Imagine you're floating in space, no suit, no ship, just you and the silence of the universe stretching out in every direction, and then you see it, or rather you don't see it, because in the middle of all that nothing, there is a patch of space that is somehow even more nothing, a circle of pure darkness ringed by a halo of frozen light. That's a black hole. And right now, it's pulling you in. So what actually happens to you? Not to a spaceship, not to a rock. To you, your body, your mind, your sense of time. The answer is one of the strangest things physics has ever produced, and I promise by the end of this video, you will be disturbed. First, let's clear something up, because most people picture black holes wrong. It's not a hole, it's not a tunnel, it's not a cosmic vacuum cleaner, it's a region of space where gravity has become so extreme that not even light can escape. And light moves at 300,000 kilometers per second, the fastest thing in the universe. So when we say a black hole stops it dead, that should tell you something about the kind of gravity we're dealing with. The edge of that region is called the event horizon, and it is the point of no return. Cross it, and nothing, no signal, no light, no message can ever get back out. Now here's the first thing that surprises everyone. At first, falling in feels like nothing at all. If the black hole is large enough, you wouldn't feel any pain, any shaking, any sense of danger. You'd see? You'd just be falling freely, weightless, peaceful even. Because when gravity pulls equally on every atom of your body, you don't experience it as a force. You experience it as floating. The same way astronauts on the space station feel nothing even though Earth is pulling them hard. So in those first moments, this might actually be the most serene experience imaginable, which makes what comes next so much worse. The closer you get, the stronger gravity pulls on the parts of you nearest to the center compared to the parts further away, and that difference becomes violent. Your body gets stretched vertically and squeezed from the sides at the same time. And physicists gave this process a name that is somehow both funny and deeply horrifying. They call it spaghettification, because that is exactly what happens to you. You become a long, thin strand of human matter being pulled toward the center. Now here's where physics splits into two completely different answers, because if the black hole is small, spaghettification kills you before you even cross the event horizon. But if the black hole is truly enormous, one of the giants that sit at the centers of galaxies, the event horizon is so vast that the gravitational difference across your body when you cross it is actually quite gentle. And you pass through without even realizing it, already inside, already past the point of no return, and you felt nothing. But now comes the part about time, and this is where it gets genuinely disturbing. Gravity slows time down, not as a metaphor, not as a feeling, but as a measurable physical fact, because we've tested it here on Earth, and clocks at higher altitude actually tick faster than clocks at sea level. GPS satellites have to account for it, or they'd be useless within minutes. Near a black hole, this effect becomes extreme, and here is what that means in practice. Your friend watching from a safe distance sees you slow down as you approach the event horizon. Not because you're decelerating, but because the light carrying your image is struggling more and more to escape the gravity. So from their perspective, you appear to freeze at the edge, slowly fading, dimming, turning red. And they never actually see you cross. You just become a ghost at the threshold, fading for eternity. But from your perspective, you fall straight through, no pause, no freeze, completely unaware, and the moment you cross that horizon, your entire future, every possible direction your life could take, points toward the center, unavoidable, the same way time here on Earth always moves forward no matter what you do. And now the most unsettling part of all, which physicists call the firewall paradox. Quantum physics says information can never be destroyed. The universe keeps perfect records of everything that ever happened, every particle, every state, every moment. So what happens to the information that is you when you're crushed at the center? For a long time, the answer was just it's gone, destroyed, which would mean black holes violate one of the deepest laws in all of physics. Then came another idea. What if the information never goes in? What if everything that reaches the event horizon is instantly incinerated by a wall of radiation so intense nothing survives? So you never actually make it inside. You just burn at the door in an instant. The maddening thing is that both of these, the peaceful crossing and the instant incineration, appear to be true depending on whose perspective you're looking from, and right now no one has resolved it, and physics contradicts itself at the edge of a black hole and no one has the answer. So what happens if you fall in? We genuinely don't know, and to me, that is the most disturbing thing of all. Not the stretching, not the frozen clock, not the wall of fire, but the fact that the universe contains places where our best physics simply runs out, where the equations that built our satellites and split our atoms and correctly predicted the existence of black holes before we ever saw one just stop working. Black holes are the edge of human understanding, and somewhere out there right now, stars are collapsing, new ones are forming, and the universe is asking questions we don't yet have the language to answer. Subscribe, because next time we're going inside the singularity, the point at the very center where space and time stop existing entirely. And that one is going to break your brain.